I am back. Sorry about that. I also got myself a cold drink. Oops. It was very warm in my room. My PC acting as a heater is not helping. Oh, if I can get it open. Jesus. Anyway. Let's get back to it. For this, I'm gonna... So we established is 4.5. 5 planks. Where is it? So we start halfway through a plank. Let's try and like roughly... What I was gonna do is make the outline of the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just make the outline of the head, or the face, sorry. Like roughly kind of... what am I saying? You know, so it kind of like matches with the it's not going to line up 1 to 1, but like so it fits in. Unlike the perfect square face, which looks quite odd. So it looks like it's been kind of covered up by planks. Hopefully that looks natural. It's never gonna line up perfectly because the thing is, the face in the animations for Don't Starve characters kind of slides up and down. So like I'm thinking about how this will look, and it should look okay. Look at my cool badge. I'm so cool. For some reason, it's not showing me your badge. I refresh my little chat pop-up, hopefully it does. It's still not, okay. Mustn't get the thick outline. Or the fairly thick outline. I'm back, sorry. Don't apologize. Also, I was probably away. I mean, you went away at a good time because I just had to restart my internet. It was being poo. Also, don't apologize. It's not an appointment. You're here for fun at your own, discretion. I hope... Okay, what am I going to do for the mouth? I was thinking I could just do like a plank of wood. I think that'll be okay. Just a sideways plank of wood, no buttons. Is that too, like, predictable? Well, the character has to have a mouth. I can't just omit the mouth. Because, I was thinking of doing that with the, Triumphant skin. But it wouldn't make any sense, because when the character talks... Like, they would rock back and forth, but there'll be no, like, mouth animation. It would just look weird. So, yep. That's not what that... Also, I shouldn't be tracing over this hardcore. Let's make it a different shape. Like, let's actually make it like a kind of torn... That's too zigzaggy. Like, hey, I'm kind of, like... Like... Really... Like, wonky-ass wooden plank. So make it pop out from the background as well. Have a piece of seaweed that opens up. Like a clam as a mouth. I'll move it down. Oh, I'll have to move it around. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the mouth on a different layer. I'm going to put the mouth stuff in a different layer group, actually. No, put it in the group. So I don't have to worry about separating them later. Would the string colors be blue for pirate theme? Yeah, I was thinking blue. In my concept art that I drew, which I have like, deviated from a lot, by the way. I drew this screen as, like, this kind of thing. Like this, the SpongeBob kind of, like, abstract background. I think I'm going to do that because it's fun. The light blue color will work well with this color scheme that we have going on here. Because we have, so far, wood, grey, which is neutral, and the red. I think the light blue will go nice with the light red. Like, really nice with the light red. Hopefully, so. Yes. Is the short answer. I was going to put seaweed, but I feel like seaweed, I don't know, might be a bit tacky. We'll see. Like, I have no problem with starfish and barnacles instead. Is the outline for that too thick? That mouth. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Well, let's just start by coloring in the mouth, because the mouth is basically just a plank, like exactly like the ones we drew before. So I'll just yoinky splunky these colors. We are doing it on a different layer. Good, we're not making that mistake again. I'll do that because I'm already in the mindset for drawing planks. It's easy. Just gonna rotate sideways to make this a bit easier to draw. So if we get content today, I'm gonna scream. What day is it today? Wednesday. Wait, that means it's... Isn't Thursday normally the update day? But I'm ahead, so it's Tuesday, so... Wouldn't it be like a couple days away, realistically? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could come out... They've done like Tuesday and stuff before, so... I don't know if that really means anything. Salt crystals would be cool. I don't know how that... Like, as the screen, you mean, or... Thursday is the update day, trademark. Yeah, oh, betas can drop at any moment. I see. I mean, is it the... Wait, is this playlist done? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was longer than that. Is the Wilson rework... What's supposed to be coming? Because, like, would they do a beta for that? I guess it depends if it's a big update or not. Which, like... God, I mean, it might be. Okay, how's that look the right way around? Whoa. I don't know if that's... Does that line up with these planks? Yeah. Actually, let's put nails on this one. Definitely, because it's like the centerpiece. It's supposed to stick out more than the other planks. Like the mouth. Sorry, I mean. Because the mouth needs to stick out from the head base. Does it? Let's pretend that this screen is blue, actually. For visualization's sake. Let's make the screen some shade of blue. Just very roughly, just so we can kind of like picture it in some way. Does the mouth stick out enough? I don't know. I feel like it kind of blends in a wee bit too much. Okay, this is a problem that I didn't really anticipate. I feel like, I don't know if the mouth really works. Honestly, no. It's okay. It's readable. I don't know. I don't know about the mouth of seaweed because that doesn't really make sense. I know this skin doesn't make sense at all anyway, but like I can't really see it like flap, like would it flap open and shut or something? I don't know. Or like, oh, yeah, I mean it could work. I mean, I mustn't forget, like, the face will be doing this in-game. Like, the face slides up and down in all the animations. I don't want to just, like, add a shadow, because that's so artificial. What I could do is, maybe make the... Actually, let's just chuck all this in an adjustment layer. No, that doesn't work. Because, and then just like increase the, like, oh, that's really saturated. Wow. Like, just do that, something like that as a mock-up. I wouldn't actually use that as the final. But like, does that make it stick out more? Is that just cheap? Actually, that kind of works. I think it does need to be smaller. Make the mouth another kind of wood. Actually, that's a good idea. Because that'll buy into like the scrap wood kind of idea. I think that's fine. That's a good idea. So what I'll do is I will absolutely not use an adjustment layer. I will just also hide that because it's ugly. I'll make it smaller because I think it is too big. Wait, is it? Yeah. Make it a bit smaller and then redraw the colored parts. Actually, just trash these and start over and like get a reference for like some other kind of wood. Yeah, palm's a good idea. Palm wood plank. That's what palm wood looks like? What the hell? That is not what I thought it looks like. That looks so weird. That could actually work. It's a very exotic looking wood, but that could work. It's very contrasty though. We'll give it a shot. Just because could just use tone and saturation. Yeah, no. But I want to like actually make it look distinct though. I want to actually make it look like I have a different pattern. Or is that going to be too different? Okay, you know what? I'll indulge you. I will make it smaller. Let's try adjusting it, but like make it a bit more. A bit more better. Hue sat. That is what I did before. Like maybe make it darker? Like that. Is that... What's that look like? Obviously the blue's gone. Oops. Honestly, that could be enough. Because it's like slightly like yellower. It will be sliding up and down because of the animations. I think that's actually okay. Also, it looks better when it's smaller, 100%. Yeah, and the nails, I think that's good. I could... Maybe I'll tone down the really dark parts to make it, like, lighter. Like, do that. Or make the blending mode overlay. Oh, that looks weird. No, just lower the opacity. So it's kind of, like, lighter in general as well. Driftwood would work well. I don't want to... I think Driftwood... It's a cool idea, but I think it'd be too different because it's, like, white on brown. Like, I would still want... Yeah, like a brown on brown, but like a different kind of brown, you know? If it's white on brown, that's quite a big contrast. And I think... I don't know if it's really a color I want to have in the color palette. Sorry, not to, like, shut down your idea. Like, I appreciate the suggestion. But, like, I don't know. It could look cool. I don't know if I want to buy into, like, the scrap wood aesthetic that much. Also, I think the shape of the screen will work well with this. Speaking of the screen, let's actually draw that part. Okay, mouth is done, maybe. Oh, okay, now I need a reference for this. I do want to mimic the SpongeBob thing. Somewhat, not like plagiarize it. SpongeBob background. Yeah. Because I think it's fun. It's a light blue color, which will work well with the light red. And then... it's a nice, like, abstract little thing. Because I've used the no signal screen for every... like, other skin. So I think it's time for something a bit different. Actually, that's not true. The Triumphant skin has its own little pattern. Is that... That's not actually from SpongeBob, is it? That's just some weird stock image. No. So it's a blue gradient. Interesting. Well, thankfully Photoshop does have a gradient tool, which is here. Yeah, that's how it works. It's a silly thought. You know how in the old days the boats had a feminine figure, a mermaid on the front part? When would pirate skin will be him shaped like the mermaid of a boat? Well, like wooden wormwood. I mean, interesting. I wonder if actually one of these stock gradients might work for this. To be honest, like this one. Oof. I mean, actually, yeah, that kind of is a gradient. I don't like gradients. I don't like gradients that much, but I think this is a time where it's okay. What I'm gonna do though is I'm not gonna use the gradient as is. I'm gonna... Oh, I put it on the wrong layer. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna use the gradient as is. I'm gonna maybe make it a little bit darker towards the bottom. I'm gonna scribble over it so it looks natural, if that makes sense. Like scribble over it with the color so it doesn't look like a computer made it. Because that's gonna look not good in Don't Starve. So I'm not really using the gradient then. Wouldn't that be Wormwood gender swap? True. Okay, so what I want to do, make a new layer. Probably like 3. Get a brush. That is, okay, wrong tool. Oh, that color is before was way too light. Get a color. I'm gonna rotate my door sideways. And then literally just like scribble. It's gonna look like nothing right now. But then just make this gradient myself. Because an unpleasant computer-generated gradient is not a very don't starve like thing. And then just grab the next color and then add that in. And keep it very scribbly. What instrument are you using for your TV character? I am using a theremin. I found this sample of... Actually, I think it's of Theremin himself, the inventor of the instrument, playing his own instrument. And I thought it was quite nice. Because whenever you hear anyone playing the theremin, they use it as like a spooky instrument. But like when... Oh, I forget his actual name. If the theremin is his surname, it's like something theremin. When Mr. Theremin used his instrument, he actually played it like... I don't know, almost similar to a violin, like in a nice way. Yeah, like in a mellow way, but no one ever does that. Everyone uses it as a like the horror, creepy instrument, which I think was, and I sampled that like directly. I just literally used that recording because I found it quite nice, and it also fits my character vaguely because of like the radio sounds. It has like this, you can hear like a radio like kind of crackle in the background of the recording, and that fits the whole like TV thing actually really well. It fits it super well in game because you can like faintly hear the static as they talk, and it fits so well. In my humble opinion. Not that I made the recording or anything, I literally just directly sampled it, but I think it fits quite well. I don't like using DAWs for Don't Starve instruments. Digital Audio Workstation, because they sound so fake. Like you can tell it's synthesized, which is fine, but Don't Starve instruments need to sound like messy. Which I'm sure you could... Actually, no, I'm sure you could emulate that in some way. In a DAW. But, like, when you get an instrument for Don't Starve, you have to be, like... playing it wrong, kind of. To get that, like, jaunty... sound. And I know that mine doesn't really do that. But, like, I think it fits because, Well, I don't know. It just does. Because it has like that kind of weird edge to it, I suppose. Maybe it doesn't fit actually, I don't know. But that is true, like whenever all the instruments in game, they're playing the instrument like wrong, which is funny. Like Walani's ukulele is out of tune. My god, the fucking Warthog's violin, whoever played that violin is like disrespecting that poor ass violin. Like murdering this innocent instrument to make that noise. It's a horrible sound. Like it's just mean. Weber's voice is, I don't even know. Weber's voice is like beyond human comprehension. What even is is it like a bass guitar that's like really sped up or something? It's kind of what it sounds like. Okay, this is an improvement, but I think it does look very... no, it doesn't really look Don't Starve-y. Let's maybe use the smudge tool a little bit. Like, a bit smaller. Maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, the smudge tool coming in clutch. Alright. Just on the lower layers to give them more of a natural transition. That actually looks quite nice. I'll have to patch up the edges because I obviously did something a bit weird there. Or like smudged in the black or the transparency, but that's fine. A synthesizer falling down the stairs. Of course. Wigfrid's is also really weird. Because it's obviously... Like, it's obviously a synthesized instrument, but it's just such a weird sound. Oh! Oh wait, Pyroblitz, did you redeem, VIP? Oh. Okay. I didn't realize that. I have to do it manually. Because it does do it automatically. There you go. Now it'll show up. I didn't realize there it was the VIP badge you're talking about, sorry. But I have to do it. Oops, that's not what I'm doing that. I have to do it manually. For some reason the message didn't show up for me. It's probably because my internet was dying around the time you redeemed it. But hopefully that makes sense now. Also, it's annoying how the smudge tool, like, smudged from the side. Like the transparent pixel, so now all the edges are messy. Like, that's actually really annoying. It's a shortcut for the smudge tool. Well, there isn't one. There's no shortcut. Oh, great. Well, that looks okay. Fix that right up. Why is there no shortcut at all? That's dumb. I mean, I know I can set one. But, it's probably because no one uses the smudge tool. It's not a very commonly used thing. But I'm sure they could bind it to, like, numpad 5, and, you know, everyone's experience would be about the same. Yeah, they still don't have that as a thing. It's probably possible to do it with a bot in some way. Weeford's an actual battle horn, hypersaturated. Yeah. I mean, whatever it is. There's something seriously... Wait, what? How is there extra little bits of blue? Like, there's a little bit of blue there. There's blue here. How did that happen? Are there going to be floating blue pixels everywhere now? Hope not. See, now it's kind of gone back to looking like a computery gradient. Nah, it looks okay. It's still kind of natural. It looks more natural than, the computer one. So now... But honestly, no, I think it's a little bit too computery. I'm going to actually add in dark blue. Whoa, why is this so weird? I'm going to add some, like, blue kind of scribbles. I'm actually going to use a different brush for this. I know this is not what you're supposed to do. I'm going to use, like, some... like pastel. Normally I wouldn't use... Oh, this is a very low res thing. I forgot about that. Normally I wouldn't use a different brush and Don't Starve. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll go back to just using hard round. Oof. It's the resolution of this project might be too small. I was gonna add some like scribbly lines to make it look more natural and Don't Starvey. But I think just using the default brush might be a better idea for doing that. I'll give it a shot. Wanda's voice is very pretty. Yeah, I think so too. I used to not like it, honestly. When it first came out, I was like... I wasn't a fan of it because it's like... It's a clock chime, and it feels a bit too predictable. I'd like to add that as an instrument. Honestly, I don't like that. I want to go back to using default brush. But honestly, it's kind of grown on me. Maybe 2. Just like something like this. Very apparent scribble shading. Make it a bit more Don't Starvacious. I don't know, is that good or is that crap? Maybe if I put it at the top. I think down the bottom. Let's just add the things now. Like I have to add the SpongeBob bits. It's literally just like a Hawaiian flower kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, how hard am I gonna go? Am I just gonna rip off SpongeBob one-to-one here? Probably. Just like that. Easy peasy. That is wonky as all hell. So is that. That's a bit better. Oh, why do you have to select the whole canvas? Is this gonna look good? I don't know. So I don't want to go too overboard with like crazy colors. Like I don't know if I really want yellow and green to be part of the color palette. A small CRT effect might make it better. It's a good point. I hate how it selects the whole thing for free transform. Can you just select... No, it isn't. What are you talking about? No. I wanted to like just put the selection box around the actual pixels, but it does... There we go. Oh, I put it on the same layer. Whoops. That's fine. Easy fix. I think like some static will be good. Let's also get a bit more creative. Let's like make that one really big, and then crop it off. Not just have like small ones. Also, rule of 3. We'll need one more. They kind of look like eyes. That's what I want to avoid. I was just thinking that. Maybe a red one to kind of fit in with that starfish, or is that going to look really weird? I don't want it to look like eyes. I don't want the whatever it's called, the hypnagogia to kick in. Where you start seeing a human face in something that's not a human face. Like it's meant to be like an abstract pattern. I don't know if I'm feeling this. In concept, I was like, oh man, this is a sick idea, but like it feels kind of like not as cool as I thought it was. And it's so obviously like SpongeBob. I feel like I'm just ripping it off. Well, one thing is for certain, that green one is ugly, and I'm gonna... Even for this skin. Well, I mean, I kind of like it. I don't know. It looks better in context, that's for sure. I think it is a bit too blue. Like, when I imagine the SpongeBob thing, I imagine more of like a pastel blue. But it turns out in reality it's not pastel, it's very vibrant. So I might make it pastel so it matches this and also just matches Don't Starve. Because a bright blue gradient this color is not... That does not fit in Don't Starve at all. I'm gonna just chuck all this in a folder and then... do an adjustment layer. And just make it like literally just lower the saturation. Oh, that looks better, I think. More Don't Starvey. No, I'm not going to export it. What I'll also do is I'll add... Duplicate these two. Merge them. So, whoa. I'll do some static over the top. Why is it filling in all these like floating pixels? Dude, the Photoshop paint bucket is actually arse. It sucks so much. I hate it. Let's make it... Look at all these floating pixels it's putting everywhere. Don't do that. It's so weird because like the Photoshop like selection tools are pretty good. Like the anti-aliasing they have, it's good at selecting things. But like for some reason the paint bucket is just arse. Or it's so like jagged. It fills in all the wrong things. Just gonna paint it in manually, and then generate static. Filter, pixelate, render. Where is it? I can't remember. Distort. How to do this again? It's definitely in filter. Not render. By the way, the renders is so weird. You can literally just render a tree in Photoshop. It's so weird. And I'm getting distracted here. Like, you can just render a tree? Like, why? Why is this a thing? This is such a weird-ass feature in Photoshop. You can, like, seed a tree, like, branches height, make the branches taller. Like, why is this a feature? Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because it's so confusing. No. Mosaic. Am I an idiot? This is, like, a really simple... Noise! Yeah, I'm just blind, apparently. And then we make this, probably a soft light at a very low. Actually, we also blur it. Yeah, so it looks a bit more natural. Yeah, that definitely makes it a bit more grungy, I guess. Maybe we could get rid of the scribbles. Yeah, actually. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, I feel like they don't look that good with the static. What if I don't make it soft light? Just make it normal. Any of these going to help me? Vivid light. No, I think soft light is good. I'll just finagle with it a bit. That green is also very hard to see. As in, it's like borderline impossible to see. So I'm going to make it a bit more green and less blue. For some reason, it's a very blue-green. That's better. Okay. It's still hard to see. Make it really green, like just full-on green. Yeah, we can make it very green because it's desaturated. Yeah, that's probably better. That is very green, though. Using bright colors like this feels very wrong. Because this is supposed to be Don't Starve. That middle bit needs to be bigger. Okay, let's try look at that again. If this is a big improvement over that. Wow. I think I might get rid of the scribbles though. I don't know. At the same time, I kind of like that looking back at it, but I feel like this is better. This is definitely better. It was too bright before. I kind of like it though. I feel like it. It's weird. This is a very weird skin. It still feels like non-Don't Starve to me, but it's kind of turned down the saturation. Maybe we could turn it down even more. Also, wow, that music is loud. I think that's just this song though. No, I think it's not that big a deal. Wake Up. DS has been using saturated colors since 2013. No, not a bright blue gradient like this. The only time they use a fully saturated color is yellow. Anytime they use yellow, it's just yellow, like full on yellow, because desaturated yellow looks so shit. That's why. Like you can't use desaturated yellow is like this awful actually I am gonna get rid of those. Those don't look good. The extra scribbles, they kind of just blend in with the static and look really weird. Let's desaturate it a little bit more. I don't want it to be too depressing. I think I'll have to see what it looks like in game before I can really make a decision. Maybe it's time to run the autocompiler and see what it looks like in context, like in real context. Because this is cool. Don't get me wrong. Also, is the outline on the face too thick? I didn't mean to open the same folder again. Yeah, I feel like the face's outline is too big. Nah, it kind of needs a thick outline though, to be honest. No, I think it actually is too thick on the screen. The mouth is fine. The mouth needs to have a thick outline. But that could be a little bit less thick. So I'll reduce that. Then I will actually see what this looks like in game. Obviously, none of the other faces will be done. So it'll look a bit weird when there's like blinking animations and stuff playing. And the pink energy on the ruins. You know, that's a good point, but like, that's... I guess so. It's not that it never has saturated colors, but saturated blue is something that doesn't ever have.